I wanted God to know that even though I was going through the worst of times, I still recognized Him as being something greater than myself, and that I'm not going to give up my faith just because it's going bad for me, because He was there when I was living good. So I just want Him to know that, that I'm not no punk, I'm not soft-hearted, that when it gets bad, I'm going to be like, oh, I don't believe in God no more. I believe in God all the time, every day, all day, good and bad, rough and hard, 5 shots, jail time, everything, good time, $1 million, Benzes, all that. I always believe in God.
Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today, what I wanted to go over about today is why we shouldn't be prideful in our lives. And what pride is when we think that we are more greater than people, when we are exalting ourselves, which is basically like putting ourselves above other people and just making us seem or making us feel higher than we are, but we're truly not like up there, like we're not high. So basically today I want to talk about what is pride, why is it bad, and how to be humble and walk in humility and not pride. So the first Bible verse talks about basically why it is bad to be prideful. It's Proverbs 16 verse 18, and it says, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So basically, what this means is that in this walk with Christ, or in this life, if we are prideful, before destruction, before we fall into something bad in our lives, before all that, it comes pride. And basically, what this can mean is like, if we think that we know what to do, if somebody's asking us if we need help, but we think we know what to do, but we don't know, we try to figure stuff out by ourselves. Basically, we end up in destruction, and we end up like in stuff that we didn't know what to do, and we basically, like, because we didn't want the help, because we were prideful, we're in destruction, we don't know what to do, nobody wants to help us, we can't seem like to get help. But that's all because we were prideful. We thought we knew what we could do, but now we're in a pit that we made ourselves, and that's why we shouldn't be prideful, but instead humble. Before Lucifer fell, um, he was being prideful because he was a beautiful angel, and he was being prideful because he thought, because he was the most beautiful angel, he thought he was the best, and he wanted to be like God, and he was putting himself above like a lot of angels, and he wasn't being humble, and he was recruiting angels, trying to fight God. He was trying to be greater than him, but all of that was out of pride. He thought he could be the best, but all of that was pride. And before he fell, before God got Lucifer out of heaven, all of that came because of pride. And that's why we shouldn't be prideful, because pride goes before destruction. And Lucifer was prideful. And right after him being prideful, he was struck out of heaven. And that's why we shouldn't be prideful. The next Bible verse I want to bring up is Philippians 2:3. And it says, do nothing from selfishness or conceit, but in humility count others better than yourselves. In this life, in this walk with Christ, we shouldn't do anything out of selfishness or conceit. We should be humble, and when we look at others, we should see others better than ourselves. We should see others greater than ourselves. So if anybody needs help in their lives, um, if anybody needs in their help, you see somebody struggling, but you need to get somewhere, or somebody asks you for something, but you need to do something, leave what you're doing and help that person. Because in our humility, we need to count them better than us, and not better than not ourselves better than them, but them better than us. So that's a way that we can be humble and walk in humility, serve others more than we serve ourselves. Or basically, if we see somebody that needs help, or somebody asks us for help, to leave what we're doing and help them, because people are greater than us. We need to count people greater than ourselves. And the last Bible verse I want to talk about is 1 Peter 5:6. And it says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that in due time he may exalt you. So if we walk in humility in our lives, sometimes we might want to like be up there, sometimes we might want to be like really good at something or just get, acknowledgement of something. But the Bible or Peter tells us, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. Humble yourselves, right, under God. And then, in due time, when it is your time, He will exalt you. What this Bible verse is calling us to do is to walk in humbleness, walk in humility, and when the time is right, God will exalt us, whether it's in a sport or in school or in any type of thing in our lives. Just walk humble. Don't ever exalt yourselves because, once again, before the fall comes pride. So stay humble. Know that God will exalt you in due time. Count yourself, gr- count yourself lower than other people and help other people. Simple humility can be listening to people, asking somebody for help, and just serving others. So I hope this video blesses you guys and helps you guys. And if you have any questions, comment down below. And I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe and like, but you don't have to. And as always, all glory to God and stay safe.